Genius, who are you pretending to be today? How's your energy? Who do you want to be today? Your state of being. Let's talk about surrender. Some of you guys. I want to read something to you quickly. You will meet continual misfortune and be unable to find God if you insist on deserting your ordinary responsibilities. You cannot work out your past karma without worldly experiences. Bhagavad Gita. Even he with the worst of karma, who ceaselessly meditates on me, the work, source, will quickly lose the effect of his past bad actions. Becoming a high-souled being, he soon attains perennial peace. God is simple, everything else is complex. Do not seek absolute values in the relative world of nature. You might have noticed that I'm sitting in my office chair because this is the chair where I do my breath work. So I figured might as well sit in here in case I want to do a random breath in the middle of the video. I've been thinking a lot about. I just wrote to you. You know how it says that you can get rid of your past bad karma? Because you will break your emotional charge from your memories. So when you break your emotional charge from your memory, it does not affect you anymore. Cleanses you in a way. Moves you into a new genetic destiny, electromagnetic and electrical, and the field energy that you have. You're now emitting new light. What happens when you emit new light? Different light. Changes everything. Changes the conversation you're having with the cosmos. Because they're always listening, aren't they? There was once, it was a private video, I didn't talk about this on YouTube, but I was giving an example of the surrender from when I was in the army. Soldiers learn surrender quite well. They don't think of it as surrender. And it's an internal resistance to what is happening around you and what you should do, what you must do. The resistance to that disappears. That's why soldiers are brainwashed into just do what you're told. You get orders, you execute. You start to think about, why am I doing this? Why should we be doing this? You're going to be in a lot of trouble. So that allows soldiers, that has allowed me to surrender from day one doing this work. I have recorded details of my mystical experiences, but I don't think I should put those up on YouTube. I should put them in the exclusive video section on the app. But yeah, I should upload those. The reason I mentioned that, the mystical experiences, is because most people get really scared when mystical experiences come to you. When you're alone and you start to hear sounds, noises, people's whispers, and you know there's nobody around you, that scares people. You know? There was this one time, Alex was having such a beautiful experience in a meditation that he thought he was just going to fly out of his body and go somewhere. But he got scared and he just grabbed onto his chair with all he's got because he didn't want it. He contracted so massively that it just ended the experience for him. There were people at the retreat, especially Cancun, where people would just stop their meditation and just leave the ballroom because they heard something, they saw something, and they just weren't ready for that. They didn't want it. They didn't want the unknown. They didn't want the mystical. Even though they have understood when they're in their think box that nothing will hurt them. These beings, these entities are not bad people. They love you. They're always around you, your guides. They want to talk to you. They want to show you things. They want you to experience existence. But there are things that you just cannot understand. You must experience them. And when you come back from those mystical experiences, you still don't know how to talk about it because it's so different that you don't know how to put it into the box of your knowledge. We try to put everything in the box of things that we know, right? But then when you have some of these experiences, you realize how much you don't know. Not only do you not know how to talk about it, you don't know how to give it meaning a lot of the times. You'll come back and you'll be like, what was that? What does that mean? And that can be frustrating. But back to the surrender, that I've had things happen to me that I can only imagine why I was not scared. In fact, I would wonder in the middle of having a mystical experience, why am I not scared? You're just like, oh, because I was so curious about everything. So rather than the fear, I would channel the fear into the curiosity as like, what? Wait, what? I want to remember this. I want to remember this. I want to remember the details of what I'm seeing and experiencing. And I channel my, what otherwise might have turned into fear, into the curiosity of, I want to remember this. And that allows a natural state of surrender. But you should think of surrender in literally separating yourself from the fear, right? That you could just consider as a surrender, short form of a surrender. Surrender for multiple people can be a little different, but to me, it's completely ignoring the fear. When you ignore the fear, what happens? You become curious. And you might be in a state where you're just in awe of everything that is happening to you. And that is surrender. I want you guys to be open to what you don't know. And there's so much you don't know. And because the unknown is the infinite love, the infinite mind, and it has infinite possibilities whenever you go into the quantum. No two experiences are the same. So you will never stop being curious. And it can be a little, I don't want to call it fear. I get nervous when I do breathwork these days. But the nervousness comes from the fact that I go places and then I'm really confused. I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am sometimes. And then when I come back, I'm still confused of who I am, and I'm just disconnecting and coming back. And that sometimes makes me a little nervous, but doesn't stop me from doing it again. Doesn't stop me. Right? And I want you guys to think of the breath work as the energy at the bottom of your spine, just uncoiling and coming up to kiss your pineal gland. and the brain, just giving it energy, turning you magnetic. Magnetic to what? To your state of being, accelerating the process of you going into your new realities. In fact, this work actually accelerates your karma. That's why people, when they do this work and they have unbelievable experiences, they instantly lose a lot of things before they gain what they um, before they gain the match of their new frequency. So it's called accelerated karma. There's there's a word for it in Hindi, or the classical form of Hindi, whatever the original Bhagavad Gita was written in. I don't know, it's a complicated word, but accelerated karma. And you can also, the part of the accelerated karma is you just disconnecting emotional charge from all of your past. And that's when it turns into wisdom. Because other than that, you're just attracting karma from it. Because you're, every time you feel bad about trauma, you feel miserable, you feel any negative emotions and energies, you're asking the quantum to give you more of that and surprise you with it. So, and when you do breath work, I want you to think of it as a very gentle thing, not something violent that you do to yourself. Because most of my breath work is usually very soft and gentle. Sometimes it makes me shake a lot, but let's see. Okay. Wow. It happened. No idea where I was. Jesus. Okay, guys, I'm going to end it here.